427. Crazy, crazy, crazy times, my friends. Please take a look at the disclosure. Gonna wait a second so we can start posting um, all of into all the different areas that I would like my recap to go. Here's Redler All Access if you want to take a look. Um, I just want to get everyone on board. I figure it's time. Look at little Bruce. Glory days. Are we ever going to go back to the glory days? That's what everyone's asking. Anyway, let's see if we get the icon up. Let's see. Please put it up. Um, Anyhow, okay. Let's get going because you'll get the link. Up there we go. Here's the link. Okay. Let's get to me and the webcam. There we go. My name is Scott Redler, Chief Strategic Officer of T3Live.com. Welcome to today's recap. It is 4/28. It is March 12th, and there are some crazy things happening in this world right now. Things that are out of our control, so we have to figure out what's in our control. I think I'm going out live across the board. Let me just make sure I'm Redler All Access, which is my paid subscription model that gets a note every day, that gets 14 charts every day, that gets my private tweets every day of what I'm really doing. And then I do as much as I can on the public Twitter sphere also. I've been doing a little, minute or two video in the morning to give you my thoughts, a basic backbone of the day and where things are at, and then a few times from my car or whatnot. So anyway, let's get to it. I'm in Short Hills. I'm not in New York City. Why am I not in New York City? Because we close our New York City office starting tomorrow. Thank goodness we have Short Hills. Not so bad here. No one's behind me. I have about 10 different desks, etc. Let me just give me 2 more seconds before we get going. Here we are. So, what is your time frame? Are you a professional trader? Do you trade for a living? Are you a parent? Are you whatever you are? There's a lot of things. There's so many different subjects I could go over. I don't have a half an hour. My son actually is home from school, maybe like yours is. He's a little worried. He heard the NBA was canceled, March Madness is canceled, college campuses are canceled. He's 11 years old. He's on the internet. It's hard to sugarcoat it. Everyone's scared out there. Fear. Fear basically breeds fear. So it's our job to make our kids feel okay, give them confidence and secure, and just what's the word? Just anyway, just talk to them. Anyway, I just heard my school got closed. So the question is, what is priced into the market? What do we know? What don't we know? In the last few weeks, every week or so, we went from what we know to now we know more. And every time it's been more severe and more drastic. And I'm not going to toot my own horn here, but toot toot. I basically had my whole community get basically, I keep saying basically, out of a portfolio approach, which means like 5, 10, 15, 20 longs when you're above the 21-day moving average, when the market's healthy with momentum. Okay, that was right here. Okay, let's take a look at this chart. Right here is when 33, right there, little spot, is when basically we lost momentum. That is when I was in Miami and I said, guys, we're done here. I didn't say we're done here. I said something to the fact that, I went from 20 positions to like 12 on this little day, that Thursday, that Friday. On this day, I went down to 5, but I was still short the SPYs. I was still long VIX. I made a lot of money that gap down. Then whoosh. Anyway, you had another chance here, guys. If you don't trade real time and you don't trade actively, there are some people that have a job that use a swing approach, intermediate time frames. The first rule is you break the 8 and 21 day, you get out of portfolio approach, you get in tactical approach. The next rule is you break the 200 day. If you stay below the 200 day for 3 or 4 sessions, that means a very, 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 did I say very? Very weak market, meaning you get out of more risk. So who cares if you didn't sell the top? You get out, you get flexible. And that was right here. This is where the 200 day was. See this little black line? That was a 200 day. You see where that is? That's 3,070. Holy cow. Okay, maybe you thought you were too late selling there. You obviously were not. And then if you remember, we hit 28.55, which is right here, bounced back up. I was on Fox Business, and I'm like, hey guys, I think this is a rally to be sold. We're only 8 to 12% off highs. Why wouldn't we be down 20 or more? I came up with 2,600, which was 24% off highs, and I was wrong. But at least I knew that 10, 12% wasn't enough. I don't need to be perfect. You never know where things are going to go. But if you're flexible and you're testing levels, it doesn't matter. Um, so with that said, here was your spot that I got, a week ago. It was only a week ago. I bought the VIX. I was long SPY 300 puts. I was short the SPYs on Friday into Monday, and I had my best trading day Monday morning. Not trading day, just overnights. It's about a lot of money, and I covered everything pretty much Monday. And but just to say, like, if everyone saw it, time stamped, friggin' Keith McCullough, whatever. So everyone could see what I do live. I'm not a perma bull. I trade. And anyway, that was the last time I was really net short, and that was into this day, right here. Okay, so we consolidated again. I did not get short for another move lower, but I was thinking 2,600. So at least I wasn't long. I wasn't long last night, so I didn't walk into this craziness. Even though if we rallied, it was fine. But to me, I was like, you know what? There's so much more that could happen. I did a little video from my car yesterday. I was like, guys, I spoke to my cousin who's a Homeland Security in friggin' Italy. They're on lockdown. What does lockdown mean to them? It means you can't leave your house or otherwise you can go to jail for 3 months. It means your restaurants are closed at 6 o'clock. You can't go to the Coliseum. You can't go to the Vatican. These are things that lockdown means. Up until 2 days ago, people, actually over the weekend, people are at the dinner Friday night and Saturday night. I was at a basketball tournament on Sunday. No one gave a what. And until last night, it became real. How did it become real? The NBA canceled their entire season. Holy cow. Followed in the footsteps of soccer in Europe, which I did talk about last week, saying we could do that. That's why I was telling everyone to be careful. That was not priced in yet. What's priced in, what's not. What's known, what's crazy. A lot of crazy things happening now. Whew. So last night things became real. 2 NBA players now have the virus. Not saying they're any better than anyone else out there, but it's just something people focus on. And Tom Hanks, Wilson. No. Anyway, that was a decent movie. Big was one of my favorite movies. So anyway, I know on that front, hopefully these guys get better. And in 2 weeks from now, if all of a sudden there's news that Tom Hanks and his NBA players are healthy, it was positive, but it's no big deal. That's one thing. If all of a sudden, God forbid, these guys pass away, that's not going to be good. Healthy, normal people passing away that people know. No one really knows anyone that passed away. It's just been figures and statistics. So again, we look for things that we need to realize just in case for sentiment. So that's 2 things to listen to down the road. Let's hope that they get, what's the word? Healthy or cured. So anyway, I'm supposed to be talking technicals, and I'm just talking out of my cooler right now. So if you're pissed off at me, then tune out. This is what it is. This is my video, okay, for you. I'm sitting here in Short Hills. I'm not home. I'm trying to give you guys as much color as possible, in lots of different time frames. So what did I do at the end of the day today? My wife put another portion of her cash account that she had from UMD&J when she worked there into the S&P fund at now 29% off highs. So now her cash account from somewhere around last year late, which was awesome, is now half back in and half in cash. But that's long term. My son is 11. It's 529. Been putting $500 a month in since he's 5. I started a little late, so I'm like, now it's time to do $750 a month into this corrective phase to cost average lower. Trading again is different. Let's go back to trading. Now I'm going all into trading. Let's go into trading. Here it is. This was, what we hit today, 24.78. Holy cow. So if you look now to the left, you have 23.51. That is the December 18 low that everybody on CNBC is talking about. So chances are we might hit it. Back here, besides me, everyone started talking about 28.55, which was this area, okay, which we hit, and then we bounced. It would be nice to hit 23.51 and get some kind of oversold bounce. The oscillator is probably minus 150. The most I've ever seen it at was minus 127, and that was right here after this move. So to be short, you're playing with fire. I don't think it's worth it, but to be long is hard also. That's why I'll get into what I did. I actually sold puts. I sold 300 and not 300, um, 235 and 230 puts. Why did I do that? Because this is 235.51. So basically, I said, hey, if we get here tomorrow, I'm fine buying the SPYs, and I also sold 230s, which are a little bit lower. If you look all the way here too, remember when we broke out above 2200, that's what this level is. At 2351, I think we'll be almost 38% off highs. Here it'll be almost 50. That's freaking crazy. So I'm okay buying long term into this account. If all of a sudden we break below because in Redler Relax, I told you guys I bought the 235. I not bought. I didn't buy. I'm not planning to go down. I sold the 235 puts and the 230 puts. And I was like, why are you doing that? That's risky. I'm like, well, if you were buying the close, why not sell puts 15 points below, giving yourself a cushion of 1,500 Dow points, let alone 150 S&P handles or 15 SPY, you know, points. So that's why I took that just in case. So if we open up tomorrow, all that premium's mine. If we open down tomorrow, I have to figure out if that holds, and I'll trade. If we open down tomorrow again, 1,500 points, then maybe there'll be a lot of stocks to buy because no stocks today really went green. Today I was looking in a sea of red. Do any sectors show leadership? Can anything go green? Can anything hold up? And nothing did, besides that crazy little spike at lunchtime, which hurt a lot of traders. If that hurt you, I get it. From 250 in the SPYs to 266, you would think pulls into 258, you could buy it and hold it. I actually was at the gym for that. I was long the SPYs and I missed my sell because trade support didn't pick up the number. Tom, nobody was there. But anyway, you don't work just for me. I was at the gym at lunchtime. At this time, I guess I shouldn't be doing that during this phase in the market, but I do it every day. That's why I've been doing this 22 years, and I can still live and talk about it because I blow off steam at lunchtime because I'm up at 4:45 in the morning. But anyway, I missed the sale, so I called in. I'm like, let me buy the SPYs here at 257, 258. I didn't sell it at 264, 265. I sold a little bit at 262. Let me buy 257, 258. Tweeted to Redler Access. I'm like, if this is any good, it should hold 253 half. It shouldn't even came in that much. So my initial thought was it shouldn't have came in that much if it was going to be any good, so I probably shouldn't have bought it back, but I did buy it back because I didn't want to miss a move. And I think a lot of traders did the same thing and they got friggin' run over. So I got stopped out at 253.50, 250, tried trading into the close, and then when it made lows, I'm like, I'm done. So to me, my P&L today, I probably broke even after a long day, and we'll see what happens with the puts that I sold, but I also put long-term money to work, but I also didn't get caught. That was 2,300 points. I break even. I can't be upset considering everyone considers me a permable, and I'm at the highs of my quarter, which is pretty friggin' impressive, to be honest. Anyway, anyone in the VTF watching this thing? VTF. Do I have sound? VTF. Hello. Let's see if anyone is raw. They might be all out, what's it called? Letting off some steam. Anyone watching? Yes. Okay. Oh, we got a bunch of you guys. Anyway, so here we are. 2478 is the low. If we open below it, I'll say, do we stay below it or reclaim it and relieve some stress, or do we open below it, stay below it, and see 2351, which I hope holds tomorrow, or do we get to 2351, break below it, reclaim it? We know all those ways, all those things. So if you look at the SPYs, let's start running through things. Let's get a little more close up. Why does this have a doji like this? That didn't happen. What's the low here? 247.68. I put 243 here. 247.68 is the low. I don't know exactly where it is right now, but I'm not going to even. That's your new point of reference. Pretty damn crazy. 247.68. Look this way. 247-ish is 10% down. So listen, guys. When we were down 7%, everyone was trying to buy a dip. I was looking at the DAX, and people are like, Red Dog, why do you keep looking at the DAX? I'm like, the DAX has been a leading indicator. If the DAX doesn't bounce and the DAX is down 10, 11%, why are we going to all of a sudden have a rip-roaring rally unless we're leading everyone, which I don't know if we're even doing that anymore. First, we were led down by Asia, then we were led down by Europe, and now it's come to us. So we might be dictating the rest of the world's action. But anyway, that was my cautionary signal. That's why I was watching the DAX saying, hey, it's down 10, 11%. Don't add on rallies. Maybe you could buy in the hole for a trade, but you just don't want to do that. So PS, here we are. This 243, I guess, is right here. This is the low. 247, which is 10% down. Jesus Christ. This is the same thing as the SPYs. I'm not going to go through the whole thing with you guys, but here we are. Okay, the Qs. Um, this morning I talked about 179 to 181 is a key area, and at first people bought it and it rallied and then it closed on the low, so now it's gone. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. These points of references are gone. Now today's low is your new point of reference. That's 176.94. 176.94. So that is your Qs. 176.94. It's a new point of reference. That's all we have. This is your next point of reference, 169, and this is this point of reference. What the hell is this? This is 160. Wow. 160. Anybody have cash for clunkers? I'm kidding. We're not up. We're not there. So this is gone. Goodbye. This was this point of reference, which it's still relevant because maybe we bounce back to there at some point. This is when we put a low in, okay, and rally it up, and that's that. Major level, gone. But there was a trade there, which I'm not going to go into the 5-minute charts and the 2-minute charts and what you could have seen. I want to just go into more macro areas because that's going to be important, I think, for tomorrow. XLF, wow. You know, this is when the 8 and 21 day broke, when you should have been out of all banks. And I wasn't in banks at all. I actually made really good money in the banks in the fourth quarter last year. Then this year, in my 2020 report, I'm like, I think the banks aren't worth it. Anyway, sell one, sell two. Now look. So now what? What's this low here? This low is 20. This can't be that, right? 2030. That's your new point of reference for the banks. Only way to buy banks right now is in extreme situations in the whole Versa level. So if we open down tomorrow, maybe you could buy versus 2030. Maybe. But here was your big trade. Get the frick out of the way. If you didn't get out here, you could have got out there. If you didn't get out there, this one lost a 200 day. Nothing is an investment if it gets below and stays below the 200 day. It might be a micro trade here and there for cash flow, but you don't sit in it. Okay, and that's if you're intermediate or long term. If you're short term, you get the hell out of the way at the 8 and 21 day, like up here, because you're involved, you're looking at the minute by minute, you're on the VTF, and you're trading for a living. We only live above the 8 and 21 day long, and we're tactical below the 8 and 21 day. And I'll say that till I'm blue in the face, and I'm the red dog. So I don't like to be blue. Bank of America. What did this do? Look at this into the spot. Again, same thing. Broke the 21 day, broke the 200 day. What's today's low? Today's low is 22. No. 2015. That's your new point of reference. All you have in corrective type markets are points of reference to trade against. You could trade verse and lose a little and have a paper cut, but that's better than the cost average game that could put you out of business. Friggin', this is where it's a pretty big void between here and here. Jeez. Oh. Tomorrow I'll make sure I'm in early to do a morning call also and post some of these charts. 2015. If we open down, do we hold 2015 or do we break below it? What did JP Morgan do today? Wow. Look at that. JP Morgan broke the 8 and 21 day here, broke the 200 day there. Bear flag continuation. Gap didn't get filled. Shows bearish power. Where did it get to today? Into this 88 zone that I talked about this morning. Now you can move this lower. What's the low here? 86.32. Tomorrow, do we hold 86.32 or not? Doesn't make sense to be in it unless you're trying to accumulate as an investor. If you're a trader, if we hold above it, maybe you buy it for a bounce. This is friggin' crazy. But why is it not crazy? Because this is where it broke. Here it's above the 821 the entire time. People thought you had to be crazy to be long. This was when it made sense. Then it broke. Now people think it's been crazy to be short from here down. Well, look what it's below. But now it's very stretched from there. So this is what that is. Jeez. Apple. Remember today I'm like, what happens here with Apple? Do we hold 256 or does it break? Does it hold 256 or does it break? Does it hold 256 or does it break? Why was that important? Because that was the low from 2 weeks ago. If we broke below, could help bring down the market because it was holding up when it probably shouldn't have. And if it held above it, maybe we would rally. It played with that level all day and then finally gave it up. So now what? Here's your Apple. This was your inside range. We talked about this bear flag. This is when it lost momentum. Up here at 315, momentum break. I was sitting in Miami on the beach when that happened. Now it's below this spot, and you have 240, and then you have 225. Is 225 even that big? Yeah, it's kind of big. What was this high here? 222. So maybe 222 to 225. That would be a very big level. If we get to there, you got to believe the S&P is trading at 2350. So this ascending channel broke. Tried hanging in there. Tried holding 256. It broke. 240, 225. We'll see what happens here tomorrow. If it opens up, 256 is probably resistance. They didn't. 8 days they put it off in Italy. 8 days. I talked to friggin' Homeland Security. I'm yelling at the TV. I'm going crazy. Scott, do you share it? This is, you could watch this over. I post a link and you could see it again, Ionaton. And sometimes if I have time, I'll post all these charts. Usually I'll do it in the morning, depending on what the morning move is. So this way I can put the right commentary in based on the morning action, so it's not old by the next day. What's that? That's Apple. Microsoft. Didn't really trade it at first. It didn't get here, and then it broke this area. So now we'll see. This is now gone. Gone. Actually, no, it's not gone, but this low here now is what? 138.58. It was support at first. First time you touch support, it usually holds. Next time, you break the door down. So now this is here. But look at this, guys. Remember the red dog reversal up here? I remember I was short on this day. I was short. I was short and scared. Oh my God, I'm so bad. And here's your 8 and 21 day break, and here's your gap that didn't get filled, and here's your bear flag. Here's below the moving averages, and boom. So I guess now let's make this bigger. This is 131.50. Maybe this doesn't really matter anymore. That was a red dog reversal then. This doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. I guess 131 to 133 is your next spot. So we'll see you tomorrow. Amazon, I did not trade it today. Didn't get to my spot. What happened here? What? This is gone. This is gone. What's still relevant is when we sold it into this 2170 area when it lost momentum, pro gap. This is gone. What's this now? This is 1675. What does it do tomorrow? Does it open below it? Does it open above it? Is there a trade in the hole? What did you say? 1675. This is all we know. And this is your 200 day. Gone. 200 days gone. Lots of 200 days gone. 1570, and what's this? 1400-ish. Wow. I have a lot of friends from Westchester. What's this low? 1307. My goodness. We'll see. They do have grocery stores that have like electronic tellers instead of people. So that might help. Twitter I tried today. That broke even, didn't really hold. It came off lows. This is now gone. What's this low here? This low here is 2670. My phone is blowing up. The whole world wants to know what's going on. Like, red dog, which is good. I like to tell people what's going on, but they should just be watching the video. It can go to everybody. Anyway, this broke to the downside. This is gone now. This means nothing. Remember that? It's a pretty big level here. Hmm. Netflix. I didn't even look at Netflix today. What did that do? I guess it's not a Corona play. Failed here at 393. Thank God we don't. When the stock doesn't get above and stay above a level, we don't own it. If it gets below a different level and changes because it was acting special, and then when Netflix changed? Right here. Broke below the moving averages. Below this. Wow. I had a call spread on it. I salvaged that, thank goodness. I always like to save as much money as I can. Now what's this low here tomorrow? 307. So many things are just friggin' broken. Jesus Christ. Sorry for the language. Sure. Yes. What did I just do here? 307. It take a lot of time to repair these charts. It happens. 11 years. Let me just drink of water. You guys want to hear a song? This song doesn't have really, it's a free song. Otherwise, YouTube would hit me off. I'll show you what's one of my running songs. Maybe it'll put us in a better mood. I'm in a good mood. I'm in a good mood. I made a flat, made a little bit of money today. Market biggest down day. I'm usually. Oh, yeah, this is a good song. Actually, I like this. Secret chord, the David played, and it pleased the Lord. All right, everyone, close your eyes. Think about all the things you're thankful for. We're all thankful for a lot of things. It could always be worse. This is what I usually do on the weekends. I listen to things, I run. It gives me like intrinsic power, just to make decisions. I think about my parents, my grandparents, people who've died. Think about my son. Just emotions. I get brought to tears listening to this kind of song. This isn't the running song. This I just was going through it. I figured I would play it. Let's hope everyone stays safe. All right, I'm gonna slowly wind it down. I don't want to cut you guys off too fast. But that's the kind of stuff I do in the weekends. Like I put feed the brain type of stuff out there. Which are things that give you inner strength. So this way, bad days aren't bad days. Good days are, kept in stride. So you can keep things in perspective. The way you do that is with things that bring out emotion in you. I train. I'm doing a Ragnar race with 8 guys. I coach sports. I try and bring out emotion in people. That's what helps them, feel alive. So a lot of emotions in trading, but those emotions I want to keep it compact, not alive, the way you have for trading. But anyway, oil is a problem. People are like, oh, I can't believe it. Why can't you believe it? Look at the 200-day. You see this black line? Broke it here. Couldn't get above it there. Really, it's $63. The XLA, actually, you say right even here, it's at $61. It's been below the 200-day, which is uninvestable. Besides the 21-day, which is the momentum trend, which it's been staying below. And now where's this low here? You got to know these things, guys. This is serious business. This is your friggin' money. This is your life. I'm not saying your money is your life, but I'm just saying in general. So that's that. Where'd the USO close? Similar thing. Look at that. Broke the 21-day there. Broke the 200-day there. Now it's at 650. There are ways to navigate these things. You say there's people say you can't time the market. You can if you're educated. Sean, CEO. What's he? Oh, okay. Just stats. All right, it's 4:56. Sorry for just diarrhea of the mouth, but I feel like I have a lot to say. I have no order in it. I'm trying to keep an order from my experience. I don't have a teleprompter. I'm sitting here in the Short Hills office by myself. Was here early by myself, and here for you. I'm trying to help you guys navigate. I want to make cash flow with you guys. I want to keep you guys safe. I want to keep you guys on your long-term perspective, and I want to keep just us all moving along. I want the strength in numbers to stay, and I want us all to navigate these times together, because with adversity, it creates opportunity. If you live and trade within your means, you're always going to be on the right side of things. I'll see you in the morning.